All right, let's break down a blueprint that's supposed to get you to $1 million a year. But this isn't what you think. See, this path, it requires you to embrace something most people absolutely run from, being cringe. And it all kicks off with a really, really bold promise. So, yeah, right off the bat, the tone is set. This is not your typical feel-good motivational speech. The language is intense because, well, the path itself is designed to be a direct attack on staying comfortable and playing it safe. And look, before you even think it, just put your wallet away. This is not a sales pitch. The idea is simple. Here's the information, totally free. What you do with it, that's all on you. But before we even get into the what to do, we've got to talk about how to think. Because according to this blueprint, all the practical steps are pretty much useless if you don't first adopt this very specific and, let's be honest, kind of uncomfortable mindset. Okay, here is the first huge mental shift. Most of us are chasing that one perfect secret business idea. This blueprint says that that is a total waste of time. At first, the business itself doesn't even matter. It's just a training ground, a gym, for you to acquire something way more valuable. Lethal skills. That's the real prize. And here they are. This is the lethal skill stack you're actually trying to build. We're talking about selling, writing copy that actually converts, seeing what markets want, building things, hiring good people, and then marketing the absolute hell out of it all. The core idea? If you master these, you can win in basically any business. And this whole jujitsu analogy just nails it, right? You think success is about avoiding mistakes and looking cool. But how it actually works? You gotta get on the mat. You have to spar. You have to get your ass kicked. And you have to be willing to look like a total fool. Trying to look cool is a guaranteed ticket to staying exactly where you are. So here's the choice it puts in front of you. A few months of feeling kinda dumb, of being cringe, versus a lifetime of being broke. It's about picking short-term embarrassment over long-term regret. And that right there is the heart of the cringe mindset. Okay, mindset's in place. Now it's time to get on the mat. Step one of this whole blueprint is to become what the source calls a plumber. Now, a plumber in this sense isn't about pipes. It just means you're a contractor. You have a skill, you do a service for a business, and they pay you for it. It's a very straightforward trade. Your time and your effort for their money. That's it. And this could be literally anything people are already paying for. Building AI agents, doing SEO, designing websites, running ads. The key here is not to get stuck trying to pick the perfect one. The specific gig is just a vehicle. Just pick something and start. And your goal in this phase is super, super specific. You are not trying to build the next Facebook. You have one job. Make enough money from this side hustle to replace your 9-to-5 income. This isn't about getting rich yet. It's about building your own financial safety net so you can actually take bigger swings later on. So once you've replaced that job income, you're gonna hit a wall. Why? Because there are only so many hours in a day. And that brings us right to step 2, where you stop being the plumber and you start owning the plumbing company. Here's how that transition works. First, you just take on clients until you literally can't handle anymore. Say you get to around 10 grand a month. Then, and this is the big move, you hire other plumbers to do the actual work. This is what gets you out of the weeds, freeing you up to focus 100% of your energy on the one thing that grows the business, selling. And right there, after you pull that off, you've just leveled up big time. You've officially unlocked some major skills. You know how to deliver a service, and you've learned the basics of hiring and sales. You've graduated from being just a technician to being a real entrepreneur. Okay, so you've got a service, you've got a small team, but you're still limited by how many people you can personally talk to. Step 3 is where we pour rocket fuel on this entire system. This is the great accelerator. Learning how to run paid ads effectively is described as getting the keys to the castle. And why? Because it is the one skill that lets you generate new customers completely on demand. It breaks the link between your time and your company's growth. Forever. And mastering this skill is what can take a business from, $10,000 or $20,000 a month to numbers like this. We're talking $80,000 a month. That puts you right on track for $1 million a year. This is the part that creates real scale. But it is not easy. It's a gauntlet. You'll start by buying traffic on Facebook or Google, and you will almost certainly lose money at first. That failure, though, it forces you to learn copywriting. It forces you to build better funnels. You get your ass kicked all over again, but you come out the other side with a genuine superpower.
And that's the superpower you unlock, the ability to generate a predictable, scalable flow of customers whenever you want. This is the skill that separates a small business from a potential empire.
So at this point, you've basically built the whole machine. You've got the skills, you've got the team, and you've got that magic tap for on-demand traffic. This brings us to the final stage, the high-leverage endgame. This is where you cash in on all that hard work.
You are now what they call a full-stack entrepreneur. I mean, think about it. You control everything: a product people want, the sales systems to sell it, a team to deliver it, and that all-important tap for new customers. You have the whole stack.
And misquote really says it all, doesn't it? With this set of skills and these business assets you've built, you can do basically whatever the heck you want. Your options just explode. You can keep scaling your agency with more automation, or you could pivot into something with even higher leverage, like launching software, creating info products, or building a massive e-commerce brand. The foundation you built makes all of it possible. And that brings us to the final question, the challenge. The path is all laid out. It's going to demand work, it's going to demand facing failure, and maybe most of all, it demands being willing to look a little foolish in the short term. The blueprint is here. The only question left is, are you willing to be cringe enough to actually go use it?